An invasive threat in the Everglades.
But this is exactly what's disappearing from a lot of parts of the Everglades as the eels.
That researchers are saying could be worse than the Burmese python. Caplin News is live from the Everglades. The FAA calls on major airports to reduce operations.
We need to figure this stuff out.
Including Miami International and Fort Lauderdale. And can't get off your phone?
Doom scrolling has become a very common and unhealthy practice in our society.
Experts have a solution. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicolette Esper. Today is Friday, November 7th, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
A new beast in the swamp that threatens to upend the Everglades as we know it. This morning, researchers are sounding the alarm about an invasive species that they say could be worse in the ecosystem than the infamous Burmese python. Yeah, for more on this Asian swamp eel and how researchers are looking to stop its spread, we bring you live to Anthony Cruz, who's on a boat on the western fringe of Miami.
Sam and Nikki, what if I told you that there was an invasive species in the Everglades that researchers are saying could be worse for it than the Burmese python? Well, that's exactly why FIU is out here trying to stop the spread through a method called electrofishing. We spoke to a couple researchers and they told us that not only could the eel derail Everglades biodiversity, but also the billions of dollars that we invest into restoration every single year as Floridians. Yes, this slimy eel that can grow to at most 3 feet and that you may have eaten with your sushi is what many researchers are calling the Everglades' biggest threat to its biodiversity yet. Why? Because unlike a python that has taken out the Everglades' small mammal population, this animal is wreaking havoc in the heart of the ecosystem, its wetlands. FIU led a study in 2023 that found a steep drop-off of species at the bottom of the food web of the Everglades and Taylor Slough. Dr. Nathan Dorn, who is leading the way on this research, told us that this is what the species' native predators, like the iconic wading bird, depend on.
Just look in here. Here's a crayfish. That's a small adult or large juvenile crayfish. They start even smaller than that. This is a shrimp here, but there's a crayfish. So these are the food of the eel. These are also the kinds of prey, especially when they get to crayfish, when they get to this size, the wading birds would like to eat. So the more of these we find, the better for the birds. But this is exactly what's disappearing from a lot of parts of the Everglades as the eels invade.
And as efforts to protect the investments that we've made into restoring these beautiful Everglades continue, FIU is leading the way through methods, as I mentioned, such as electrofishing. Reporting live from 10 Miami Trail, the Everglades, I'm Anthony Cruz.
A federal judge has ordered November SNAP benefits to be paid in full by today, as millions are currently at risk of hunger. The order was made in yesterday's hearing after the Trump administration agreed to only partially fund the program. The judge says without funding, 16 million children could be left hungry. The administration has appealed the order. Airports nationwide and here in South Florida face widespread flight cancellations as the government shutdown and staff shortages disrupt air travel across the country. Let's take a look at images from minutes ago of airports in Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Washington, D.C. As for its effect in South Florida, Caplin News reporter Valentina Gaspari is in the control room with more details. That's right, ladies. This morning, airlines began canceling flights after the Trump administration said it would cut air traffic at 40 airports, including Miami International and Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, until a deal is reached to end the shutdown.
The flight originally departing at 5:09 from New York to Boston is canceled due to air traffic control staffing constraints during the government shutdown that are affecting operations for all of our airlines.
Frustrated and anxious travelers hoping for the best as new restrictions kick in. The FAA gradually cutting air traffic at 40 airports nationwide, including MIA and FLL, until the government shutdown ends.
We need to figure their stuff out. They need to figure their stuff out.
Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava issuing this statement on social media, saying she's closely monitoring the situation.
While we understand the FAA's role in ensuring safe and orderly operations of our national air system, this decision could have significant repercussions for our region's economy, connectivity, and our workforce.
Airlines such as Delta, Southwest, and United Airlines preemptively canceling flights ahead of the reduction. Many airlines are allowing passengers to change their tickets without fees. Meanwhile, the Air Traffic Controllers Union says the industry is facing possible mass resignations as workers remain unpaid during the shutdown.
And when you don't pay somebody for 37 days and say, hey, just keep showing up and do your best, people are going to have issues, and they're mounting daily.
President Trump backing the FAA's move, claiming the cuts are a safety move to overcome staffing issues.
As Sean Duffy announced, they're cutting in certain areas 10%, and they want to make sure it's 100% safe. That's why they're doing it.
Travelers caught in the middle of the political fray, simply hoping for a safe ride home.
Yeah, I just hope that we can all get home safe.
So today, only 4% of flights would be cut, and that will increase by 1% each day until the government shutdown is over. In the control room, I'm Valentina Gaspari, Caplin News.
With tensions rising, the Senate has voted against a resolution that would prevent the Trump administration from taking military action against Venezuela without congressional approval. The measure failed last night 51-49. Democratic Senator Adam Schiff says these actions would push regime change. The Trump administration says the U.S. does not plan to launch strikes inside Venezuela.
After nearly 4 decades in Washington, D.C., former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announces she will not seek re-election in Congress. The 85-year-old Congresswoman made the announcement yesterday in a press conference where she expressed her gratitude and pride in her service to San Francisco and the nation. President Trump expressed his own thoughts about Pelosi's retirement.
She's an able woman. I'm glad she's retiring. I think she did the country a great service by retiring. I think she was a tremendous liability for the country.
Pelosi was first elected to Congress in 1987 and is also the first and only ever woman to serve as House Speaker.
Former NFL player Antonio Brown is facing murder charges this morning after being extradited to the U.S. from Dubai. According to police, Brown is currently being held in Essex County, New Jersey until he is sent to Miami. His charges come after he was allegedly involved in a fight with a man in Miami, and Brown claims he was attacked by people attempting to steal his jewelry.
A bar fight near West Palm Beach escalates into a shooting after a heated argument about chickens and how many eggs they lay. Police in Port St. Lucie say it happened earlier Tuesday morning when a 44-year-old Peter Vera pulled a handgun on 3 other victims. Police say he fired 4 shots at the 3 people as they ran away. The victims say they had just met Vera that night. When authorities dealt with the altercation, they couldn't believe that it occurred.
There was a conversation about how many, I kid you not, how many eggs a chicken can lay, and that conversation got a little heated.
Luckily, no one was hurt by the gunfire. Rera was arrested and now faces multiple charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
It's time because Starbucks releases its new cups for the holidays. On Thursday, Starbucks unveils this year's red and green holiday cups and a holiday menu. The specialty coffee chain is now offering popular items including the peppermint mocha and, of course, my favorite, the caramel brulee latte. Starbucks is also doing something new to attract parents this year, as Hello Kitty merchandise and a glass bear cup called the Barista will be sold in its stores, but you better act quick because everyone wants to get their hands on them. Well, the Florida Panthers went to the City of Angels playing the Los Angeles Kings.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
Fortunately, doom scrolling has become a very common and unhealthy practice in our society.
How a growing bad habit is affecting the younger generation and possible solutions for it. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
You've been scrolling on your phone all night? Same. And I don't realize what time it is when I look up from my screen. From brain-rotting social media videos to posts on war or politics.
Constantly reading or seeing troubling things online can take a toll on your mental health, and it can be hard to put your device down. So here are some ways to stop so-called doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling, it's become a way to fill time, and sometimes people don't even realize how much of it they're losing to their screens.
They doom scrolling until like 1 a.m. Yeah, it's bad.
Unfortunately, doom scrolling has become a very common and unhealthy practice in our society.
Clinical psychologist Adam Borland with Cleveland Clinic says doom scrolling or constantly looking at disturbing, anxiety-provoking content online has become a common and unhealthy habit.
I get like news videos that make me really sad or they make me really angry, and then I read the comments and then they make me even angrier. So I'm like, why am I letting this affect me this way?
Borland says too much exposure to negative content can fuel stress, increase anxiety, affect sleep, and even cause problems at home or at work.
Oftentimes people complain about losing long periods of time scrolling through their phone because it becomes addictive.
To break the cycle, Borland recommends starting with mindfulness, being aware of the present moment, and setting healthy boundaries on when and how devices are used. He also suggests paying attention to the accounts you follow and how they make you feel. Having a strong support system can also help during these difficult moments. And sometimes it's best to just put the phone down.
When you're getting too affected by something that has no actual impact on your life, or you're too much in your phone, they tell you to go touch grass, which is oh, go outside and think about something else. Think about nature.
It's important for people to remember that they have a choice in all of this. They have a choice as to how much upsetting content they're accessing. And when they have that choice, that comes with a sense of control.
Dr. Borland says if feelings of stress and anxiety become overwhelming, mental health services are always available to help.
The Florida Panthers bounced back strong in LA, skating past the Kings with a gritty team effort. Brad Marchand stayed red hot, scoring twice to extend his goal streak to 3 games. Sam Reinhart found the net while celebrating his 30th birthday, and Anton Lundell added a shorthanded goal to put it away. Florida has now gone 3-1-1 in their last 5 games, taking this game 5-2 over Los Angeles. They stay on the road to face the San Jose Sharks today at 10 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Puerto Rican and global star Daddy Yankee is set to perform the halftime show for the NFL's first game ever in Madrid, which will include the Miami Dolphins. The reggaeton singer will take the stage alongside Argentine producer Bizarrap, and together will play their newest song. The Dolphins will play the Washington Commanders, and you can catch both the game and the performance on November 16th at 9:30 a.m. And that's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
And I'm Nicolette Esper. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.